So here I am practicing American Freestyle Qigong, and principles of this are gentle strengthening, gentle stretching, relaxation breathing, gentle movement, and doing things that feel good physically. That is, try any or all of this at your own risk. Use the principles at your own risk. Qigong translates into life energy cultivation, roughly, as I understand it to be. It's a Chinese word. So I'm just going to start. I'm going to do actually something which is more traditional Qigong, as I understand it, and it's called shaking leaf. So I'm putting my hands together like this, and I'm just have my knees bent. And with all this, pretty much, for the most part, you pretty much don't want to straighten your knees. You don't want to lock out your knees. So you get your hands like that, and you breathe, and you shake, you stop, and breathe, and keep shaking. And you can do American Freestyle Qigong for anywhere from 1 second to, hours probably. The most I've ever done it for is maybe 20 or 30 minutes. Again, this is sort of more traditional Qigong. Right heel up off the ground, left foot flat. As this goes down, it switches left heel off the ground, right foot flat. Coordinating the breathing with it. I'm actually probably going too fast, but so you want to be low and slow. And again, so the American Freestyle part, the American part's sort of a joke on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because they call it Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, it's sort of a joke. The freestyle part's sort of true, because you're just doing whatever feels good, but you're using Qigong principles, as I understand them to be. I'm not an expert in Qigong by any means. I've practiced it some, and I've noticed the benefits in my own life. But I'm going, again, way too fast for traditional Qigong. That's why this is American Freestyle Qigong. It's a little like dancing, and it's a little like yoga. And again, try any or all this at your own risk. So in past videos where I've done Qigong practice, I've talked about certain things, and I could talk about the things again. And just to talk quickly about it. Read books that psychiatrist Thomas Sawes wrote. Yeah, I'll repeat that. Read books that psychiatrist Thomas Sawes wrote, and read the book Ending Aging, which Aubrey de Grey wrote with Michael Ray, and donate money to the SENS Research Foundation if you have some extra money lying around, which some people do, believe it or not. And in addition to that, what's his name? I could look up his name later, but anyway, how could I say this? Look up warp field mechanics or warp field theory. I think that'll net you some interesting, or look up NASA, in a search engine, type in NASA warp field theory or NASA warp field mechanics. See what that pulls up. And so that's all I'll say about that. Because I think it would be nice if we had the technology to effectively travel faster than light. And believe it or not, NASA's actually funding preliminary physics research into seeing if that is potentially possible. So breathing. This one you can't see, can't really go far back enough. If I do it sitting, so you can see what I'm doing. One hand goes up, the other hand goes down. See, I need to get a better setup, and I might eventually, but for right now, you're just gonna have to put up with this. When I go down, it goes down this way, if you can see. Now pretend I was sitting up straight, but I'm not. Now that way. You know, so now here's what I'm doing there, like this, but I'm going too fast. Yeah, and I do recommend practicing. So, American Freestyle Qigong is a wonderful discipline. I just call it Freestyle Qigong. You know, you can go out for a walk and probably get the same effects. If you go out and walk and you're maybe not stretching as much, but you know, walks are a great thing to do if you're able to. I mean, yeah, you know, the government recommends certain amounts of exercise each week, and they say like a 30-minute walk can count for, you know, some exercise. So I personally, my routine, mainly my forms of activity, physical activity in life, are I do Tai Chi 2 to 3 times a week. I go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week, and I do some Qigong interspersed, or my own sort of version of Qigong interspersed through there. I like to stretch. I try to eat healthy, which doesn't really count as exercise, but it keeps me up and running, you know, so sort of. And then I like to do outdoor activities, you know, taking long walks on the beach, and disc golf and hiking, you know, sometimes. And actually, no, I do enjoy hiking. Ultimately, I enjoy hiking. I enjoy certain types of hikes. That's the truth. And what else? You know, I enjoy walking. Various other things. The miscellaneous category, which I'm not going to go through everything. But yeah, so it just feels good to be active. If I have driven down the street. I saw this thing. I was driving down the street. It made me sort of sad. I saw this woman in a wheelchair, like an electric wheelchair, driving down the sidewalk on like a main side street. You know, it's like 45 mile per hour speed limit, I think. So she was there on the sidewalk though, with her electric wheelchair, smoking a cigarette. It was sad and sort of disgusting at the same time. You know, if nothing else, she could at least not smoke cigarettes, because I'm sure that's not making her situation any better. And I think that's just common sense, personally. Yeah. Anyway, and I think her husband was going right behind her in another wheelchair, electric wheelchair, and like sad. Same thing, you know, on a different street. I see this guy. Feel bad for him. He's probably 450 pounds, and in an electric wheelchair. Anyway, it's sad. So, you know, my point is just try to be as healthy as possible. You know, don't smoke cigarettes, get enough exercise, eat healthy, get enough sleep. And that's all just common sense, in my opinion. It should be anyway. It should be common sense. You learn that in 6th grade health class, I think. You know, so think back to 6th grade and follow the advice you got then, because it's probably still true. Eat healthy, exercise, don't smoke, sleep enough, so on and so forth. Come on, people, come on. Anyway, this is I'll keep doing this a little more. Oh yeah, my point is, so yeah, I mentioned Tai Chi, doing Tai Chi 2 to 3 times a week. You know, it doesn't have to be Tai Chi. Do Aikido, do Krav Maga, do karate, practice Krav Maga, practice Aikido, practice Tai Chi. And my recommendation is not to, and again, this is just, maybe I'll do it away from the camera, but it feels good to do shadow boxing, you know, and it's good to learn as much about self-defense as possible. So I'd recommend doing that. And I'm not an expert by any means, but you know, it's a good form of activity, and learn as much as possible, because hopefully you'll never have to use it, and hopefully you'll never even have to test it. So, you know, you ultimately sort of just have to have faith that it's hopefully going to work, and just avoid fights to begin with. Nobody's going to win a fight. Everyone's going to get hurt, probably. It's just a matter of who gets hurt worse. So you don't want to fight at all. Be peaceful in life. Be peaceful. You know, don't break laws. Be peaceful. Anyway, I'm just sort of pontificating here, because I'm doing this is my American Freestyle Qigong. Just as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is different than Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, this Qigong is different than Chinese Qigong. So I think I'm cultivating life right now. This is good exercise. It burns calories. Gets you breathing. Feels nice. Anyway, that's 10 minutes. I sort of feel like keep doing this, but I just don't. I do and I don't. I'm sort of hungry. Maybe I should go eat. Yeah, personally I recommend Aikido or Tai Chi or Krav Maga. Maybe karate, I don't know. Do whatever you want though. Try to experiment yourself and you figure it out yourself. Learn by doing. Oh. Time is it? I'm just checking what time. Okay, I know what time it is now. Good to know. Oh, and this I believe this is good for the abs. I'm calling this. No, it really is good for the abs, but again, do it at your own risk. You know, you're simply lifting your leg. You're using these muscles to lift the leg up, as I understand it. So it's good for you. Whew. I'm feeling a mild sweat. I'm glowing right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm glowing. And again, this is a little like dancing, a little like yoga. If you go to a dance club and there's loud bass music pumping, you're dancing, you're burning calories by dancing. Yes, you are, but if you're smoking and have a drink, the drink's not helping with the calories and the smoke's not helping with your health. So, but if you can go to a dance club and not drink excessively and not smoke, you know, that's good exercise in a dance club. And if you go do yoga, yoga's good for you too. Okay, I think I'll end it there. I feel called to end it there. Thanks for watching. Please share this video with others. Watch my other videos. Subscribe to my channel. Visit my websites and have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, night, whenever, wherever you may be. Thanks for watching. Take care.